So, guys, we have 4 topics today. First is about Zack Snyder releasing this test picture of Henry Cavill in a replica of Henry Cavill's Superman costume. We have the new teaser, Avengers teaser, that featured Professor X and
Magneto and
Cyclops, which is pretty cool. We have a Warhammer news that Warhammer doesn't own their own lore, again. And we have very exciting news, if you're a fan of PlayStation, that the new PlayStation 6 allegedly will have backwards compatibility up to PlayStation 1. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. If it's true.
If it's true. Let's hope it is.
So now let's get to the news. First of all, we have, of course, Zack Snyder shares Henry Cavill Superman images for Christmas. Tsunami, read away.
Zack Snyder has shared a second image of Henry Cavill as Superman, wearing Christopher Reeve's iconic costume as a test suit. Posting the image on Instagram, Snyder wrote, "With that last image I shared, and this one we showed WB everyone agreed. Henry Cavill was Superman. That's where the journey began." He ended the post with a simple message, "Merry Christmas." The image offers a striking look at Cavill in a classic Superman design, connecting Snyder's modern vision directly to the legacy of Reeve's portrayal. The moment Warner Brothers was convinced. According to Snyder, this image, along with the previously shared photo, played a key role in convincing Warner Brothers that Henry Cavill was the right choice for Superman. The test suit, rooted in the traditional red and blue look, helped bridge the gap between the character's cinematic past and Snyder's grounded reboot. It's a rare behind-the-scenes insight into the casting process and underscores how decisive those early visuals were in shaping the DCEU. A direct link to Superman's legacy. The Christopher Reeve-inspired suit carries weight beyond aesthetics. Reeve's Superman remains the benchmark for many fans, and seeing Cavill in a similar design highlights the continuity Snyder aimed for, honoring the character's history while redefining him for a new era. The image reinforces Snyder's long-stated belief that Cavill embodied Superman, not just physically, but symbolically. Snyder Superman posts continue through Christmas. This latest post follows a steady run of Superman images shared by Snyder over the past several days, ranging from early Man of Steel tests to definitive hero shots. Releasing this particular image on Christmas only added to its impact, giving fans a nostalgic reminder of where Cavill's Superman story began. As with previous posts, Snyder offers no hint of future plans, only a look back at a moment he clearly views as foundational. End article.
Awesome. So, yeah, what do we think? Well, first, that's a great gift for Christmas.
No, indeed.
That we get to see this image. Of course, Henry Cavill is not in shape for this. He was just tested and being cast for Superman. He's not in shape. You can see that. Well, besides the fact that all of these costumes totally crush your physique.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point. That's why they have the muscle suits underneath, so it can follow your physique exactly.
But even with that replica suit and the hair, he looks way better than anything we saw in the new Superman movie.
Yeah, I mean, his face structure is amazing. It's striking. It's manly. Just awesome. So, but yeah, he got much bigger, much more defined. And this is just great. I mean, he stands in this picture like a true Superman.
Yeah,
even
look
though
how
he doesn't have the physique.
they've done the cape. They put the shadowing all over the trunks so that they're actually not in your face, because the trunks again. But those trunks are way better than the new Superman again. So everything in that photo, if you see it, speaks Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, because Henry just respects the character so much, and
Yeah.
you know, it's he's just great. It's very hard to not praise
I mean,
Henry.
still the best Superman ever, to me at least, you know. And that's a replica suit, by the way, because Zack Snyder didn't want the original suit to get damaged, of course, so that's why it's a replica. But that also speaks respect to the original suit and Christopher Reeve's legacies, and the fact that he tried with that suit, you know, which I can't see that respect from James Gunn, you know, just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, nowhere to be seen.
Tsunami, what do you think about the photo?
No homo, that's a good-looking guy. I'm sorry. Henry Cavill absolutely embodies the look and feel that Superman should have. I kind of wish he would wear that suit in the movies, and I hope that going forwards they will look for something a little bit brighter and more optimistic, the way that Superman should feel. I mean, this photo's fantastic, yeah, I'm really excited with this blue balling that Zack Snyder's doing, and I hope that like many fans, we can remain optimistic that someone's going to take charge of DC again and move us forward to the direction that we need to.
Let's hope it's not going to be just some edging, or you know. So.
Yeah, that's what it feels like right now. It's getting a little annoying. So let's get some news.
Oh yeah, I do think that this still gives us a lot of hope. So
yeah, this really shows that he is Superman still today, you know.
Yeah,
it's a nice message for sure.
Yeah,
and I kind of wonder why actually Zack doesn't work with Henry for some other projects. You know.
Henry was very busy after the
Maybe
whole
because,
Superman thing ended, so it's understandable.
Still haven't seen that movie of his with Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, you have to watch that.
Have to watch that, yeah.
Okay, so guys, let us know what you think in the comments about this. I do think that it's still telling, and there's still chances that the Snyderverse could be restored, whether that be on Netflix, Paramount, not likes anymore, but still chance. So yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that Netflix will actually see the money signs and will say, well, we have to go back to this Superman.
Oh yes, and
at least for one movie. You know, he's getting older, you know, Henry, but he still looks great.
As long as he cut that hair.
Also, I hope that this is just for the Highlander movie or something like that.
Oh boy, I didn't realize that that's over your face. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, don't worry. It's an honor for this photo to be over my face, you know.
I'm gonna fix it. Hold on.
So yeah, but really he looks way better than anything we saw in the new Superman movie. So I don't think that Cornsworth will look as great if you put him in that suit, actually.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We never even see his body. Like we only saw that picture that he covered the midsection of his body, which is like the most important section. So yeah, now it's ridiculous. Because you know he was a lot flappy and fatter than all the other Supermans. So that's why they didn't want to show that. He didn't actually clean very well. So that's what happened there. Okay. So let's go to chat talk, actually.
Over on the Gamer channel, we've got Raider the Cosmos says, if I don't see you by the end of the year, I wish you and your lovely community Happy New Year. You as well, Raider. Thank you.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you.
And I'm going to skip a lot of what's going on in the superhero chat. Guys, if my sound is bad other than normal, please say something. But if it's just normal bullshit, I just sent the picture. The fix is in. I'm going to get working on audio. Hopefully, I'll get it fixed for next time. But anyways, L. Turner says, even in Christopher Reeve's Superman costume, Cavill looks awesome. 100. He is Superman. I agree. L. Turner continues with, you could really see the difference between when Cavill started really bulking up too, and he put in the work. I'd really like to have him back as Superman. Agreed.
Indeed.
Still looks more manly than Court Sweat.
Happy that they showed us that whole process of him bulking up with Court Sweat. We saw nothing but 2 photos. 1, 2.
Well, there was videos, but still he was covered in clothes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Just all this tonight. Yeah. Continue.
Still looks more manly than Corn Sweat 100. Oh, the Corn Sweat hate is out fucking tonight. Sorry about that. Whatever. That guy's fucking rich. Who cares? Drew says Henry Cavill as Titus would absolutely fit the guy. Cavill Superman deserves redemption. Agreed. And that's it. We're all caught up.
It deserves the best redemption possible, and I do think that if they keep him with the suit he had, but the cover scheme from Black Adam in the end, I think that would be actually the most optimized
It was
thing.
more royal blue.
Yeah.
Which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. So I do think that they have to use that suit and that cover scheme, you know. And he had the cuddle and everything, and you say again for 10 seconds scene, you say, Superman. And Dwayne Johnson with his bald hair, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to make a pause for 30 seconds to fix my nose. So we're gonna disappear for 30 seconds.
We're going to
Tsunami,
discuss with the guys, yeah.
feel free to talk.
All right.
Feel free to talk. We are disappearing.
Oh,
Wow.
okie doke. Talk. So anyway, chat, is sound okay, or are you guys just talking shit? I get it. I'm talking to my phone. I sent some sexy imagery to these guys, and they got to see my new setup. It's a 2-monitor setup with my new computer. This is the first night I'm working on the new computer. I showed them the package came in for my new mic. I do not have my XLR cable yet, but thank you, L. Turner. I appreciate it. I do not have my XLR cable. That's due either tomorrow or the next day. And I've got my sound mixer, so I'm going to go ahead and try and work things and not sound like a echoey hallway nonsense. Anyways, okay,
back.
they left us.
Yes, here we go.
Okay, they're back.
Okay, now let's talk about the next topic, which is going to be leaked Avengers Doomsday. Hold on, I have to remove the chat talk. Leaked Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer raises a bigger question. Is this enough to rekindle fan passion?
No.
That's just a great,
But that's a great question.
great
indeed,
question. So I'm just gonna put some pictures on the screen, and then Tsunami, you can totally continue talking. Not that. Just gonna put the Cyclops picture on the screen.
the Cyclops photo,
Yeah.
yes. That's amazing photo.
Yeah, here it is. It's good. It's amazing. Yes.
Slipknot fan in the house.
Oh yes. Hey,
Hey, Slipknot fan.
Hey, to
Yo.
Slipknot. So, Tsunami, take it away. Let's see.
Yes, ma'am. From that Park Place, Marvel Studios has tried multiple times to spark excitement for Avengers Doomsday. So far, the results have been underwhelming, but the latest Avengers Doomsday trailer, which recently leaked online, features the Fox X-Men characters. Will this be enough? Earlier leaked trailers centered on Chris Evans' return as Steve Rogers and Chris Hemsworth's more somber Thor were clearly designed to tap into nostalgia and gravitas. Instead, they largely landed with a shrug. Despite featuring two of the MCU's most iconic figures, neither preview meaningfully shifted fan sentiment or reignited enthusiasm for a franchise that has struggled to regain momentum since Avengers Endgame. Now, a new leaked Avengers Doomsday trailer focused on the X-Men has surfaced online, prompting renewed discussion. Is this finally enough to regenerate some passion, or is it simply another momentary spark? The Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer, circulating in bootleg form after debuting exclusively in theaters, places the spotlight squarely on Marvel's mutant corner of the universe. And while Disney has yet to release the footage officially, enough details have emerged to understand why this trailer is being discussed differently from the ones that came before. A tone shift centered on the X-Men. Unlike previous Doomsday previews, this trailer does not lean on legacy Avengers to carry the emotional weight. Instead, it frames the X-Men, specifically Professor X and Magneto, as philosophical anchors. Much of the footage reportedly focuses on the two longtime rivals playing chess, a visual shorthand deeply rooted in X-Men mythology. The trailer is accompanied by cues reminiscent of the 1990s X-Men cartoon, reinforcing the connection to classic interpretations rather than modern reinventions. Over this imagery, Magneto delivers a somber monologue that sets the trailer's tone. Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who would you be when you close your eyes? It's a striking line, measured, introspective, and deliberately restrained. And that restraint may be precisely why it stands out compared to Marvel's recent marketing approach. Cyclops is the visual hook. The most talked about visual moment reportedly comes from a brief glimpse at the X-Men leader, Cyclops, once again played by James Marsden. Cyclops has appeared in multiple films before, but what stands out here is how closely this version aligns with past comic and animated portrayals in ways the Fox-era movies never fully embraced. Excuse me. In the leaked footage, Cyclops appears grief-stricken and furious, clad in his classic blue and yellow comic book uniform, notably with no yellow trunks. Without his visor, he unleashes a full, uncontrolled optic blast into the sky, as what appears to be a massive sentinel looms behind him. It's a short sequence, but one that immediately signals a different creative approach. Oh, Jesus. The reaction to this moment suggests that what audiences are responding to isn't spectacle or surprise. Jesus, I'm sorry. But recognition done correctly. Faithful execution rather than radical reinterpretation may be what gives this trailer its brief arc of interest. Why this isn't still a sure thing. Importantly, none of this guarantees renewed enthusiasm. Marvel has already demonstrated that simply featuring beloved characters is no longer enough. The Steve Rogers and Thor-focused Doomsday trailers had every advantage on paper and still failed to move the needle. Audiences have grown wary not because they dislike these characters, but because trust in the larger narrative direction has eroded. Additionally, notable absences include Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, signal that Marvel may still be holding back rather than fully committing. A cautious step, not a comeback. At best, this leaked Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer suggests that Marvel might be finally adjusting its approach, prioritizing tone, character, and thematic weight over hollow spectacle. At worst, it's another isolated moment that briefly captures the attention without addressing deeper structural issues. The real takeaway isn't that Avengers Doomsday has suddenly found its footing, it's that Marvel is now operating in a position where potential is no longer enough. Fans are watching closely, but they're no longer giving the benefit of the doubt. Whether this trailer can regenerate genuine passion or simply remind audiences on what Marvel used to do well remains an open question. End article. Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm going to leave for a second. I got to go sneeze and stuff.
Oh,
Don't
go do
worry.
it. Go do it. Don't worry.
Go do it. You know. It's the season.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched the smudged version. There is an AI replica of this. Looks
Weird.
real at the beginning, but it's not real.
Mm.
And because what's happening with Cyclops, I mean, they got the first part very similarly, but then Cyclops doesn't even remove his visor. He just blasts.
Which he can't do without actually removing that thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just blasting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird from that point of view. So there's no official actually release of this as of we making this stream, unfortunately. But eventually they're gonna release the
Eventually they will. I mean,
the good quality. Of
all
course.
of them leaked all over the place, so they'll probably decide, okay, now here you go. Yeah.
First of all, I'm so happy that is James Marsden. I love him.
Indeed. If there is an actor and a character that deserves redemption even more than Henry Cavill Superman, that's James Marsden's Cyclops.
They did him dirty, man.
Agreed.
Because he's a great actor, a great guy. He looks like a superhero, and his Cyclops was just in the movies they use him as like they do in the romantic comedies when you have the main guy, in that case Wolverine, and the girl already has a boyfriend or something, but he's kind of like the douchebag, so that you hate him and want the girl to get with the other guy. And you say, what are we doing now? What are we doing? Why are we just putting
him?
You didn't feel that he's the leader or anything. He was just there, and you do nothing with that character. I get that you have to put Wolverine in the center, he's the most famous, but even I as a Wolverine fan was that's what's happening there is not okay. Not okay, because Cyclops, I was going to say Superman, but Cyclops, in a way of beliefs and behavior, he's kind of like Superman. That's why he's the field commander of the X-Men, not Wolverine, not anyone else. Only he can do that job.
Yeah, you have to give him props.
Absolutely.
It's like not knowing what to do with Superman, not knowing what to do with Cyclops.
And it's not hard to do. Again, if you can't read all the comic books, then just watch the animated show. That's where Cyclops always shines, especially even in '97. Actually, great scenes there. With the suit also looks here. I'm actually kind of okay that he doesn't wear the yellow tones, because
I mean, it looks great.
Again,
look at that.
Some things would look ridiculous. So that suit like that, actually, it's iconic enough. That's the most iconic suit. It's not the suit that he has the full thingy on his head, like Cavill or things like that. You can see the hair, you can see the strap that he's wearing. I do hope that we see more than this scene. I do hope it's not something like, here you go, do you have those X-Men in this universe? But that's the only thing you're going to
I
see.
hope it's not as brief as Henry Cavill's Wolverine appearing in that Wolverine.
Or something like in Multiverse of Madness that we saw Professor X in the yellow wheelchair, and Mr. Fantastic, I forgot his name, because fans were talking about, and then they were dead. Yeah. That's why I'm still cautiously optimistic. And and now the X-Men will be in the movie. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will be. Maybe that's the only thing we'll see. Maybe there will be a longer scene. I don't know. I hope, because I do want them to do something with the other guys. But the fact is that it's kind of hard to be excited for that, because who are the other guys? Who are the other? I want to see these Cyclops and those X-Men doing stuff with the real Avengers, not with freaking Shang-Chi and whoever is left there.
And his left shoe.
You know,
Don't
and his
forget.
left shoe, yeah. I wanted to see them with the main guys. You know, I want this Cyclops to stand next to the real Captain America, you know, Steve Rogers, not you know who, you know. And that's kind of hard to make me feel excited for, because who are the other guys?
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on to your
Indeed. To your butt.
I really like that line. That comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't are you prepared to die? The question is who you'll be when you close your eyes. That's pretty profound.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Indeed,
really
something
love it.
Manito would say also, you shall not pass. You know. Yeah.
So yeah, today, please tell us what you think.
No, I agree 100%. Cyclops has been cucked from the beginning, back to the Bryan Singer movies, and they continue to like make him like this like annoying side character. They're showing this tryst going on between obviously Jean Grey, Cyclops, and Wolverine, but they automatically make you the audience person watching like Cyclops is just in the way. So they've kind of shit on him from the beginning. People forget that the original X-Men team, there was no Wolverine.
Exactly.
Cyclops was the guy.
Yeah.
And so them consistently shitting on it. I like that you brought up Mr. Fantastic as well, but Mr. Fantastic has never been treated like this. James Marsden's a great actor. He really looks the part, and I hope that they do more with them. Not that he's my favorite X-Men by any means, but he's the definitive leader of the X-Men, and we've
Absolutely.
never seen that, at least in movies.
Hey, he
yeah.
still looks
So
great.
fingers crossed that they go for it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
make it
fingers
still
crossed that they
great.
do this.
He's such a handsome guy. I watched him in Westworld.
Oh yeah, he was there.
He's the handsome guy there.
Yeah. Okay, he's also great in the Sonic movies. You know,
Oh
so,
yeah, he's great.
At least he has that as a good franchise. You know, even he was kind of interesting in Superman Leaders. That was kind of the most interesting part. There is,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
James Marsden is here.
I forgot about that.
Right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
they give him a stupid role even there. You know, so. But again, what Tsunami said about that the original team, really people forget that Wolverine wasn't there, you know, and Cyclops is the prized student, you know. He and Jean Grey are the first students that Xavier has. These are the best, actually, and that's why he's the leader. That's why he's supposed to be treated well, and not just the side annoying character that is on the way of Wolverine.
He was literally an afterthought.
And people forget that freaking Wolverine cannot be with Jean Grey, because Jean Grey and Cyclops share a unique psychic rapport, which makes them actually the soulmates. Only they have that. She doesn't have that connection with anyone else, you know, just with him. And that's not something that is, you know, just out there. They have to show that in movies too someday. I hope we get better Jean Grey. I kind of wonder, by the way, if Sadie Sink really plays a version of Jean Grey, how is that fitting with these cycles? But anyway,
She's a
I'm just
child.
wondering now. Way too much, yeah.
She looks like a child. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can go and
Yeah, well, of course, always. You do way better.
Okay, guys. So let's know what you think in the comments, as usual. And now let's go to chat talk. Chat.
All right, let's start with L. Turner says James Morton definitely deserves his redemption as Cyclops. Truth says Phase 4 and 5 ruined the momentum of the MCU. With all the terrible movies and TV shows, I personally see it as desperation. I agree, honestly. But fingers crossed, cautiously optimistic over here.
Cautiously optimistic.
L. Turner says, oddly enough, James Marsden has almost been typecast as the Donut Lord from Paramount Sonic films, but I hope he surprises us in Doomsday. Yeah, they got to give him a chance, though.
Yeah,
I am
please,
sneezy much. I apologize. I had a tickle on my throat, guys. All good. Okay, thank you. Cyclops is basically the Leonardo of the X-Men. Yeah, he's the leader, and
exactly,
but
he's the leader. They
don't
say
make
it
him
in
cool.
the song, Leonardo leads. And people forget that Leonardo, the best Ninja Turtle out there. I even like in one episode of the classic show that they were in trouble, and Shredder has tied them up to some machinery and something. They couldn't get away, and Raphael said, well, only the best ninja in the world can figure out the way out of those traps. Oh, hello, Leonardo, who was already out of the trap, and I say, ha, ah, yeah.
That's so
So
cool.
that's so cool. They forget that he's actually the most disciplined one. He is the real ninja. I mean, I like the other guys because they have their, uniqueness. Like Raphael is the angry guy. Well, more cynical in the original one because they couldn't make angry. Still, the party dude. He does machines. They're doing tell, but Leonardo leads.
Well, we're talking about the Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna show you in a sec. So now he has to finish with reading the comments, and I see that new people came as well. I'm gonna show you in a sec. Super cool AI thingy.
Oh, the
yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
With the Ninja Turtles and
nice.
Superman and friends. It's
Oh,
amazing.
amazing.
You're gonna see it in a sec. Just
Amazingness.
let's go through the comments. Yeah.
Sure. Nate's memes in the house. What's up, Nate memes?
Hey, nice
All right.
memes.
Nate's memes, I should say. Vic Martinez says, I don't trust these idiots anymore as to what they're going to do with these iconic superhero characters. True. True says, we can't find a Canadian to portray James Howlett. None of them are manly enough. Thomas says, Rogue was done way worse than Cyclops in the X-Men movies. I don't know about that, Thomas. That's a bit far. I mean, Rogue is fine.
She got more screen time, I
They
think Thomas.
shit on Cyclops.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget now, people have that way of thinking about Rogue because of the animated show, because she was done way better there. But that's also the Rogue
Oh, yes.
in that period of the 90s when she actually has the Miss Marvel powers because she sucked them out of her. And that's when she's interesting. Before that, she was totally like in the movies. Just the girl that, oh, I have to kind of get closer to you to touch you, and if it's long enough it will work or not. So yes, she wasn't like the child there that needs like a mentor thingy. That's more like they kind of did her like Jubilee. But reading comic books again, until the moment she got the powers, and she's not so much of a teenager and a bit grew up and began to believe in herself because she got those powers, and now she can do stuff. Again, she wasn't much more interesting in the comic books before that, and the thing that happens with her and Magneto is just
Whatever he said, because
yeah.
I cannot
Exactly.
talk much anyway.
That's the most interesting version of Rogue in the animated show, but that's also that period of time that she was like that, because later on in comic books they decide because of the movies, let her not have those powers because people cannot recognize her and don't know how she got those freaking powers, and again she got boring. Again she got boring. So,
Okay, we gotta continue with the chat.
All right.
Continue.
I always felt that James Martin would fare better if he put on a little more muscle for the role of Cyclops, says L. Turner.
Oh, sure.
I mean, maybe,
Sure.
but like, still, like, they don't make him interesting at all. The guy shoots these fucking gigantic fucking beams out of his eyes, and it's never really shown that way, other than one moment where they remove his glasses and he has to like close his eyes, and they're like, he's so powerful, but we never get to see it, so he never seems cool.
Don't forget,
I would love to do a case
actually capable even without those powers, because he still knows how to fight. This is not just a guy who relies on those optic beams. He knows how to fight, and without that, if in one moment he loses that power, because it happens in the cartoons and in the comic books, he still knows how to fight. He still knows how to be the leader. He is capable of that. He is trained for those things. Not just, oh, I lost my powers. Guess I can't do anything now.
Yeah.
He doesn't. They don't focus on his. He doesn't seem like a leader. He seems like a fucking annoying Boy Scout who's a pussy.
In the movie, yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, not. Yeah, I don't see the character that way. That's the way they depicted him, and the way that that's the way that I felt that they depicted him. But anyways, I would love to do a case study in the TMNT with y'all someday, since I see that you're a fan, Logan. That's an idea, Logan, for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, the
Continuing
first one is
on,
great, but
L. Turner says yes.
To L. Turner, Nate's meme says, I would love to see a Comet accurate TMNT flick as violent as Logan someday. Oh, yeah, for sure. Great observation, Logan, the person. That was my favorite version of Rogue after she absorbed Marvel's powers. I think I've missed the main Snyderverse discussion. Says Slipknot fan. Yeah, Cyclops needs to bulk up. Sure. I was properly pissed when they canceled Last Ronin. Absolutely.
Oh, the
And
last one,
Thomas
that
ends
would have
with
been a great movie. Yeah.
The Snyderverse discussion, well, basically we had a Superman costume discussion and a Snyderverse discussion. Oh, I was
Yeah,
connected
just
to that.
rewind.
And that was the first topic,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
that was in the Wolverine Origins movie. Wasn't it when Scott was in the normal high school? Says Thomas.
Oh yeah, they put him there, which kind of didn't make sense, by the way, because he was there in that high school with other people that shouldn't be in that time period. That movie is really messed up, but I like it. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. No.
Yep.
But yeah, he was there.
Last one, L. Turner just came in. Yeah, they didn't really display Cyclops as tough in the movies. He seems reliant on his laser blaster eye beams.
Yeah.
Right, because they don't make him the leader. They say he's the leader, but he's not like shown to actually lead.
Elite, yeah. Mhm.
Also, Nate says there was proper piss when they canceled Last Ronin, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I said
That
that.
would have been a great movie, by the way. Great comic book, and I think they canceled in the game. They wanted to do a AAA game based on that.
Oh, jeez. Okay, now let's see something very funny. Let's go.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to show it on the screen. It's so good. It is so good, man. Hold on. Okay, can I put this on the... Oh, that's too big.
Oh, we have you now.
Yeah, that's way too big. It's gonna fill in the whole...
That's what she said.
Thomas?
Ah, okay, that's...
Thomas, get on it.
Get
There
on
he
up.
is.
Get on up. Get on.
That's... Yeah, okay. That is big, but it's manageably big.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
Okay, stop it, guys. Let's play this amazing thing, okay?
We
I
are
don't know
at
if you have
capacity
sound.
today here for the battle of the century
Ah, yeah, you do.
between two streaming giants. Team Paramount led by SpongeBob and Patrick, and Team Netflix led by player 456 Gi-hoon. And on the stands, we are dazzled by the presence of Warner Brothers stars, Tyrion, Harry Potter, the cast of Friends, Neo, Superman, and Wild Harley Quinn.
You know, I usually go for guys who are into dinosaurs, but I've always had a thing for bats.
He doesn't
You
care.
know it's serious when the Godfather's here. Oh boy. And she's scanning for weakness. Red light. It's cowabunga o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Field just got me.
I have to stop this. Just shut up and watch.
Oh no, I hope Stotter gonna stop
I don't
Superman.
know.
Your
Maybe it's a
subscription
clip
is
tonight.
going premium. Now kick back and watch the WB champion get crowned
A
right
magic
here
rope.
on ESPN.
Best referee ever.
For real.
How you do it? How you do it? It's amazing.
Amazing. Can we? Can I say that? Please, can we see a Ninja Turtles movie with the turtles looking like that? That's again like in the original movies, but now with CGI we can do them like that. Why are we always looking for new designs? Let's make them more realistic, and they make those ginormous guys in the last movies with the noses, and Raphael was able to pick up a container and say, okay, they have powers, but not that much. This ain't all the... How are you ninja if you're that big and noisy?
Yeah.
I just... Here we go. We can make that. We can totally make that.
That's
and
AI, yeah.
Notice
That's
how
AI
they
made.
chose for Superman to be the Henry Cavill Superman, but then the only thing that I don't like is that they put Christian Bale's Batman there and not Ben Affleck. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I do hope in a battle like that. I do hope that Paramount is winning because they have freaking Optimus Prime.
Those Ninja Turtles look great.
Right, amazing indeed.
David
Yeah.
Gorgon. I have to stop this, but he's saying it, not doing anything. He could just go. He would just go and stop
You
it.
can just go and stop it. Indeed, yeah. Why is The Rock here? He's a Baywatch guy? Or?
He's just a rock, I guess. I mean, he's just a rock.
He's just The Rock, yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing job, yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can see that at Angry Tom over on Twitter if you like. Now we are moving on to the next story. I'm gonna change this, of course. So next, sorry, this is the other story. Next we have Warhammer 40k. I'll start again.
Yeah.
Next we have GW doesn't know their own lore again. So basically they released this miniature picture. It says the new plastic miniature shows the full horror of what happens when a space marine has half of his body vaporized by a melter blast. Haron Blackheart's face is mutilated and his power armor broken all down his right side. He has allowed the monstrous weapon known as the Tyrant's Claw to be attached, however, so there's definitely a silver lining in there somewhere. So what's the problem with Haron Blackheart? Well, Tsunami, can you read this?
So Torek Bird Thrower says, cool, he's back. But GW really can't even do the barest research on how Huron looks like that. They wrote the story. Number one, Huron wasn't wounded like that. Number two, the melter blast isn't what vaporized half of his body. Number three, the ghost razors exploded and could not be recovered. In fact, his new claw was an inbuilt heavy flamer. The ghost razors didn't have that. How do I know? Because a random Italian spurged about it over a 5-part multi-hour series on the Bad Ab War twice now. An Italian will be calling out GW's canon errors. The first, to my knowledge, being an Italian they hired to translate Eisenhorn for them. At the time, GW made a timeline error about the Warmaster Macarius. GW, please proofread your stuff. You could take months, if not years, on some of these models. You could spare some of that time on the guide task to properly hype them up. Admittedly, this isn't as bad as during your Heresy Ultramarine post. You called them the 8th Legion instead of the 13th. The screams I heard from both Night Lords and Ultramarines that day.
Oh boy.
This is pretty freaking bad. And this is not the first time, so that's also the point. The Italian, of course, is Pontius, with whom I work with on the Warhammer channel. He's great. He's one of those guys that want to know exactly how the lore is, and he's trying to portray it as accurate as he possibly can. Sometimes he has interpretations that are his takes, whether they are true or not remains to be seen, but when he presents the facts and the lore, that's a totally different story. He makes it accurate as possible, and that is confirmed by Chainsword Warhammer, by Chainsword 40k, who I also work with. He's a very OG Warhammer guy that knows quite a lot, and he's been looking around the books, the novels, to see if there's anything woke in there. So, can we read the following post as well? You always know how the new friends. Can you read that? Can you see
Give
it?
me 1 second. You always know the new friends from this type of post. New people to the Warhammer settings expect GW to function like a video game franchise with a rigidly managed lore. The truth of the matter is that GW is broken into different teams that barely communicate with each.
Other.
If you hit show more, I'll continue.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Let me get, I have to go somewhere else.
Here it is.
Let's see. Yep, I got it. The GW studio is notoriously new people to the Warhammer settings. New people to the Warhammer settings expect GW to function like a video game franchise company with rigidly managed lore. The truth of the matter is that GW is broken into different teams that barely communicate with each other and enter into rivalries. For 20 plus years, the Warhammer settings have been a haphazard collection of contradicting lore and clashing visions. GW handwaves this anarchy as a feature, not a bug. Hence why some GW and BL heads say that, quote, unquote, everything is canon, not everything is true. The GW studio team is notoriously insular. They will almost always favor lore their team wrote over things written by BL or the now defunct FW. If GW management doesn't intervene, GW studios will ignore or retcon from other teams. This is how things were for decades. It was the reason why BL in the past had a bad reputation among the fandom. Things are less bad nowadays, but the problem persists. It's always funny when people bring up Black Library books from 10 plus years ago or something, written in a FW book, and treat it like some sort of hard established lore. The truth is that BL and the now dead FW are mandated to attempt to follow GW studio lore. The GW studio is not obligated to honor anything in BL or whatever. This Huron thing is either a mistake by an intern, not a big deal, it happens, or a retcon by the GW team, which falls in line with what's happening all over the lore. Everything is receiving a touch-up or a rewrite nowadays. I suggest reading the archived loose canon article by ADB or reading his Reddit post about how canon works in GW. Laurie Goulding is also a good insider source about the chaos inside GW.
Okay. And this is long.
Oh boy.
Yay. Okay.
You
So
want me to go through that?
Hold on.
If there is something important in it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. This is from at our Warhammer from Aaron Dembski Bowden.
Oh yeah, that's one
Oh
of the
boy.
the biggest authors in Warhammer 40k, yeah.
Oh boy, this is a tough one because of, well, the whole Berenstein Bears things, you know, the Mandela effect, etc., or at least sort of, but not quite. A lot of us came into the hobby in 3rd edition, and the Chaos Codex of 3.5 was heralded because it gave Legion rules, albeit brief and shallow ones, and as Boolean options for Chaos characters. It's well regarded, which is awesome, but it's practically drenched in rose-tinted, fanned rule, significantly less helpful and not remotely objective. Andy Chambers' Codex Chaos, the 2nd edition bad boy, was the Chaos Codex to rival all others lore-wise, but I digress. But a lot of us came into the setting when Chaos Undivided meant Chaos Undecided, as the tedious meme goes, and we think that things like Demon Princes of Chaos Undivided were, quote-unquote, the way it was, and anything since then has changed. That's debatable. Chaos Undivided as a concept of several gods uniting for a brief time to make shit go down is a relatively rare thing. It's why Belacor is special. It's why Abaddon is a big deal. It's the mark of Chaos Ascendant. That's not just some honor badge or a banner you carry. It's the warp itself crying out to do your merest bidding. Horus didn't even have the mark of Chaos Ascendant. That's how rare it is. So the short answer is, it wasn't there, then removed. It was put in, then taken out, but the massive influx of fans, when it was a thing, means that you will always see its absence as a change. You'll get this a lot in the IP, honestly. I've had several conversations that go like this. I want to do X. You can't. That's wrong. The lore doesn't go like that. But it says in these published sources that I'm right. I just want to carry on X and Y and Z. Yeah, but they were wrong. They were wrong at the time too. We never directly say they were wrong. We just never mention them again, and eventually counter them in later publications. But the readers think these things are true. Sure, but eventually they won't. IP work is a whole thing. I love it, but it has its contradictions. For most of its life, 40k couldn't have Demon Princes of Chaos Undivided. I've been in meetings and lore chats where it was explained to me. Will it flip back? I don't know. I don't think so, and I hope not, as I think it cheapens the lore a little to have it work that way. It's not just a power-up, and it's supposed to be incredibly rare. But I also acknowledge the difficulty of stuff like Lorgar and the appropriateness of him getting a watered-down version of Abaddon's mark. So, who knows where it'll go.
Oh boy. Thank you. This is a big
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah. Indeed, a big lore mess.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then what Doruk Beard Troa says.
Jorik Birtoloa.
Doruk Beard Troa says the thing I don't like. Can you see this?
Hang on. Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Okay, so following on, Torek Beer Throa continues with, the thing I don't like about this is the same response I've had towards GW's, quote unquote, we're a model company first. GW isn't a small company. Far from it, it's the biggest and arguably oldest fish in its pond. And for all but one franchise, it's they themselves making the setting, not
Not making
sorry.
toys.
and not making toys for someone else, Lord of the Ring. If they never made the Black Library, or even recently their Warhammer Plus stories, if they left making the making of stories purely a fan and outside media, games thing, then they had no hand in, and for that, no tight hand on. This argument would land better, but they didn't. They make novels for their worlds, all three of them. They make animated stories for their worlds. They have been gone They have been gone to the game devs they hire the license to and have been so litigious about what's in or not. It's killed at least one game and made a dozen mediocre ones. This is their job. This is part of something that gets them billions of dollars. Even with the argument of, oh, they have multiple teams, the flaw then becomes that those teams are all insular, not talking to each other, seemingly making content that conflicts in flavor or quality with another team. There's been quite a few codexes this edition that screams B team. It's like a kitchen where no one is talking to each other, but you still expect them to know what to do. I just don't fathom why there's no checks or balances, no proofreads. And again, if this was Forge World doing it, it would be less of a hassle, but no. This is GW, the owner, the maker, at best paraphrasing Huron's injury, or at least forgetful uncaring. But I lean more on the latter because this isn't the first time on their own advertisements they made this mistake. They've called the Ultramarine the 8th Legion not long ago for heresy, not only using the Legion of Night Lords, but a mistake that's easy to avoid on their poster boys. Oh my God, dude, my dude,
Yeah,
please do some spell check.
Okay.
At least a bit, yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh, it's so
encourage
rough.
everybody to watch Pontius. The Badab War, everything he makes is amazing. I don't even have time to watch it fully myself. Eventually, I'm gonna put those videos on when I train or something because I have to catch up. But yeah, the point is that it's extremely important lore. It's extremely complicated, multi-layered, 40 years almost of history, and some things have become like redundant. Some things are retcon because they don't remember, because they want to retcon them. It's a mess. But it's kind of hard from a fan standpoint because one time you're thinking that Gilliman, for example, just an example, is this very cool guy, and next time, next thing you know, he's at fault for something that happened in the Horus Heresy and you didn't even know. It's kind of like ruining the whole character of Gilliman. I mean, this is just like a part of what we think that's gonna be in the Ashes of War book, but we don't know. So as soon as this book comes, I'm gonna get it, listen to it, audio format, make review, see what's actually true from the leaks like 2 months ago or not. But the problem is that when you have something, when you have a character or a storyline and you love it, and then something else comes out and it's not like that, it's worse, maybe it's better, but sometimes it's worse, you're like disappointed because the universe that you feel that you have been investing into is not what you think that it is. So your whole idea or feeling about that universe could just fall apart, or a character or whatever it is. So it's just important to keep the integrity alive, and whenever they're releasing a new miniature and write something that's about this character of the miniature, at least check that.
Yeah, there is that.
You have to check that, then write it, not completely come up with other stuff.
I mean, they're really a big company. Can they afford to have researchers if they forget their own lore? I mean, just have some guys who are going to do that.
No, they do have lore masters.
Well,
they have a lot of.
Are they sleeping or something?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
They literally have lore master series on Warhammer Plus.
Yeah.
That's supposed to deliver the lore. But people like Pontius, Luton, mostly those two, are doing
way
the
better
research.
job. Way better job, yes. And also, if we're not going to, address the books because that's supposed to be their main lore, something's happening there. Why even reading those books then? Then the whole purpose is to the window. Because how are we going to get into that? I mean, the books help for the most part if you want to get into the lore, right? And that's why you're going to read them. And then you get this miniature that says totally different thing, and you're thinking now, okay, but why did I just spend my time reading those books if it's not going to be true?
Yeah, anyway. It's like all of a sudden you're reading a comic book about Ninja Turtles and Leonardo is now not the leader. All of a sudden he's Donatello. You're like, what?
Oh, they did this in one of the cartoons. Yeah. It was Raphael, and I was... Of all the guys, Raphael, anyway.
Okay. Tsunami, let me know what you think. I'm gonna mute ourselves for a bit.
Sure. As a 100% admitted Warhammer casual fan, I am the most normie of normies. I know next to nothing. Nothing is more annoying than a fucking is like a place that has deep lore, not doing the barest fucking backbone of sticking to the integrity of what they've put out there. There's so much bullshit in this fucking post of them being like, well, we're a toy company first. That's what we fucking care about, and we could fuck with our lore anytime we want to. It's so fucking stupid, and exactly like what you guys are saying. Why would anyone care about this fucking universe if you're going to change whatever you want depending on whoever's working that day, and if they like their hair to be red or black or whatever? So stupid to go ahead and give absolute people that don't give a fuck. And the argument that the toys come first, I'm sorry. Transformers, the reason the toys were important, because of the cartoon. The show was important. People got into the wanting to play with the action figures because of the lore that was established. You keep fucking around with Warhammer fucking lore, exactly mentioning Luton and Pontius, of course. They're a humongous company. Why don't you just contract these guys, a couple of YouTubers, who know way the fuck more about your fucking lore in one mind instead of the thousands of people that work for you? Ask them, what do you think about this? Give them a fucking small stipend, contract them out, and be like, proofread this for us, make our lore masters better. It's so dumb that they won't fucking do this. And GW consistently fucking pisses off fans by not respecting their own fucking lore. And they're getting worse day by day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure. So, guys, just let us know what you think in the comments, of course. And I would love to know what Pontius thinks, but I'm pretty sure what he's gonna say.
Maybe he'll make a video about it too.
Yeah.
I think you guys should do a reaction on it, or a network show where you guys talk about it. This
I
is
have
so
to invite him if
infuriating.
he's more free these days. I will invite him, yeah, so we can do something together. Okay, time for chat talk. Let's see what people say in the chat.
Basically, they were still talking about previous topics. Truth says the administratum of Games Workshops are incompetent. Facts.
Yeah,
And
totally.
someone send a commissar down there to fucking deal with this fucking heresy. El Turner, yeah, we need the real deal. The end. That's pretty much it. That was related to the topic. I will go back and talk if you want to. Oh, I like your overlay. I just noticed that right now. Chat talk.
Yeah, I always put that so I can see it in editing. And
Yeah.
I'm literally focused. I'm laser focused on chat. I've never seen that before, so that's really cool that you did that.
well, you
They
have
are
to see
talking
the
about
finished
previous
videos
topics.
of our streams also.
Yes, ma'am. I'll give you more watch hours. Do you want me to scroll back and read what they're talking about with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or do you want to move on?
Oh, read a bit, and then
Read
we're
a bit,
gonna continue to the last topic.
Okay, cool. All right. So, looking at the AI from the AI comments, this is the nightmare future I fear in terms of AI. The only part I liked was the rope magically put on Superman. I thought that was cute too. From Jeremiah, L. Turner says, Logan and Empress, have y'all seen the 32-second AI trailer footage of TMNT? That looks exactly like the Turtles from the first 1990s movie. It's on YouTube under John Likens. It's phenomenal.
Oh, we gotta check
I have
out
not
that.
seen that, but
Okay.
I want to check it out.
Yeah, tell me if you find that.
Nate's
Just post
memes.
it on Discord. Yeah.
The 90s TMNT movies were so good for their time. Animatronics actually work.
Yeah,
see Five
even
Nights at
today,
Freddy's.
if you watch them, they're still good. I mean, not only for their time, that's the best representation of the Ninja Turtles. Actually, that we had on big screen. Yeah.
Slipknot fan says to El Turner, I always think if the Snyderverse doesn't come back, people will make an AI movie out of it. I wish they could. Truth says, I really want to get into Warhammer, but these people keep messing it up. I'm getting lost here. That's super confusing. I agree. As a casual also. Nate's memes, that Slipknot fan, they will, but it won't be anywhere near as epic as what Snyder would have given us. Maybe.
Yeah.
Nate's meme says, I don't understand why no one has tried to bring back Robotech. It seems like a no-brainer. I agree, 100%.
I think it's a licensing issue because don't forget that's actually a Japanese anime that got dubbed and reworked with some other things, just like they did with Voltron and Saber Rider and the Star Sheriff. So maybe it's because of that.
Have you seen the AI videos about Robotech?
Oh yeah. After I think you
They're
told me
amazing.
so. Yeah, they could do a great movie about that. I believe it's a licensing issue with the Japanese guys over it, you know. So I think
They've
they
already
have to.
done like there's a lot of these AI channels that do, you know, what the cartoon character looked like, and then they show a real person AI modeled. The hype was, I was so fucking hyped when I saw the
Yeah.
Robotech thing. Yeah, I kind of don't want them to touch it because fuck these people. But if someone actually respected it and could do it correctly, I think it would be amazing.
Well,
I mean,
always the Japanese guys can always do that actually with their original. The original is called Macross. Actually, they could always do that. That they make also great movies now with, you know, low budget, but still you look at Godzilla. So I think that maybe they will decide to do that. Maybe that's why something is with the licensing. I don't really know. But here it's a no-brainer. I mean, these are, you know, fighter jets that transform into robots. You have the guys inside.
No brainer.
Yeah, I just where is
BattleTech
it?
and Robotech. So both BattleTech and Robotech are both like lost opportunities. You could literally make a Game of Thrones style show about
Absolutely.
BattleTech,
Yeah.
and Robotech alone is just like I don't know. Maybe I'm nostalgic about it. I just think it's super cool. I watched it pretty recently. I'm in my late 40s, and I still think it's fucking badass.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I don't know what they're doing. Let's see
Awesome.
here. Jeremiah in the house. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to you guys. Also, I think Jeremiah came in. Mike
Okay,
dropped us
Jeremiah,
back. And anyone else that I missed, I apologize if I missed you guys. I'm getting a little buried under the stuff. Jeremiah says to Nate, well, they were the second thing I liked about the ad, even if it was AI. 90s TMNT movies were really cool, and I have them on DVD. Awesome.
Absolutely.
To Nate says to Jeremiah, we grew up in the golden age of entertainment, the 80s and 90s. They really knew how to make movie magic back then. I think that unless entertainment gets back to basics, it is doomed at this point. Yeah. I really agree with this statement. There are these executives that managed to put out 20 plus episode shows year after year and kept people really engaged. These people still are on the planet.
Yeah.
Find them, figure out the magic, and get back to it. Stop worrying
Exactly.
about CGI nonsense and unions and get back to fucking doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
But
these
anyways,
guys are still out there. Even we talked about Spider-Man yesterday. You know, the John Semper Jr., the guy who was the main writer of the show, is actually still out there. He said that if they decide to do something like Spider-Man 97, you know, like X-Men 97, I'm available. So he's still out there. He can do it. He did the job. That guy never read a Spider-Man comic book before actually he started working on the show, and he said, I read everything from the 60s up to the moment that we had to work for it. So he learned about the character, the war, everything. He did his job, and he didn't write all the episodes, but most of them. And you see when he was not when he wasn't the writer, yeah, some of the episodes were just not the same. You say, he didn't write this one, but most of the episodes were actually under him. So and that's what you have to do. And now these guys are there, you know, much
well,
like
they don't crack
with
the whip
Warhammer.
either.
Just get the guys who know that, you know, that they're out there, they're available. Just get them, pay them, give them work. Say, as you said, Tsunami, proofread this for us. You're the lore masters. You do a good job in your videos. Just do it.
Tsunami, what did you say?
They need to crack the whip. Hollywood as a whole, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just using Hollywood as the pejorative for all of making stuff. Back in the day, a director was the absolute bastard. He cracked the whip and he forced everyone to work. You keep working. You keep going. Oh, I need to go. Shut the fuck up. Just fucking go do what I told you to do. You're an adult pretender. Now go fucking do it. We're going to crunch down. We're going to make this fucking happen in less than a year's time. We're going to produce this thing. It's going to go out there. And guess what? You guys will get a couple months off, and then we're getting right back to it. When you fucking want to get off this train, then go fucking die in obscurity as a millionaire. Because what we're doing here is going to make millions, if not billions of dollars. And now everyone's like worried about people's fucking feelings and shit.
Fifis.
Shut the fuck up and get back to work.
Exactly.
The Fifis.
The Fifis. The Fifis.
Sorry, yeah, it really is the Fifis. But anyways, yeah, that was my comments. We have a little bit more in chat if you want to keep going.
Okay, please read what is left, and then we have to move on to the last news because I'm barely holding up here.
Yes, ma'am. Running through. Thomas is out for the night. See you, Thomas. Have a good night.
Indeed. Thomas.
Truth says, so far I've been watching AI slop talking about Warhammer stuff that I don't think any of them are canon, although they do have an interesting alternative story. I'm wondering what you're watching. Maybe you should put that in chat, please. And these two can obviously comment better than I can. Battletech was cool as fuck. Agreed. Nate's meme says, I had friends who were super into Warhammer and Robotech figures when I was a kid. We were poor, so I had to pick one. I picked Robotech. I think I still have a couple of the old Robotech books somewhere. That's amazing.
Amazing.
Any
Keep
storylines
them
I should check out? Empress. I'm sorry. Fall of Cadia and the Horus Heresy are so far the major storylines I've been following. Truth would like to know, do you have another direction for him to go? Which specific storylines would you recommend?
Okay, let me see. Of Cadia and Horus Heresy so far the major storylines. Well, Horus Heresy is so rich and so long that I don't know how you can even go through that. If you want to read 40k, you can read the Gilliman books that recently came out. I mean, it depends on what you're interested in. I'm just interested in that main storyline. Whatever Gilliman is doing is usually the main storyline. From the 40k, it's pretty amazing. Gene Father, I really love that book, Gene Father, with Belisarius Co. and Fabius Bile. But Horus Heresy has some major books that's super important, like the first few, and then some along the lines. It's very hard to tell you in particular because I do have exactly for that purpose a Discord topic in the Discord server. You can see a lot of books there, what is recommended to read. So best thing just to go to Discord and check those topics. Also, there's Jake there. Jake is like one of the guys that sends books all the time, like what he's reading. He reads everything under the sun, but definitely recommended books are most important because some of those books are filler and not really main. But for example, a book like the first Horus Rising, Fulgrim, the Flight of the Eisenstein, absolutely must read. They're amazing. So yeah, but you do need that Discord for sure. Continue.
Okay. Cool. Let's see. Getting the original guy to make Spider-Man 97 would be amazing. See what I did there? Yeah, see what you did there. Says Eltern.
It would be
Nate's
amazing.
Imagine if they did a live-action Spider-Man series based off the 90s animated series. We're discussing that on Zappy's first live stream earlier. Slipknot fan says, what anime, movie, or series would you guys like to see in live action? I would like to see more Guyver movies.
Oh, me
Have to
too.
get
I'm a
Mark
big fan
Hamill
of
out of there.
Guyver. I want more Guyver movies, especially now today with the effects, and it can be rated R because that's actually rated R thingy.
Maybe One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Nate's meme says Vampire Hunter D or Ninja Scroll. Oh my god, please. I love them.
I like both of them, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen Vampire Hunter D. What did you think of Vampire Hunter D, Slipknot fan? And have you seen both movies? Still got to check out Ninja Scroll? Please do. Must have. Fist of the North Star would be great in live action. Oh, that's already been done to L. Turner.
Yeah.
Do not watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do not watch it.
Yeah, don't. Just, no. Yeah.
Slipknot fan says, I'd also like live action Cyber City 808. I don't know what that is.
Too. It's again an anime movie, so that could work, yeah.
Nate's meme says, Slipknot fan, watch Ninja Scroll with some friends who haven't seen it and be prepared to have your heads explode. Oh, for real. They do not hold back on anything.
No, they don't, indeed.
There is that's exactly what I was talking about, Slipknot fan. Awesome. There is a Fist of the North Star movie starring Gary Daniels. I would not suggest watching it.
I would suggest you erase that from canon, you know. Yeah, it's just no. I suppose it's fun if you have never seen the anime. Jesus Christ. No.
If you want the cheesiest, like your local high school's drama club doing a version of Fist of the North Star, and they had the production budget of a high school, then that would be it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Cyber City. I'll mark it. Got it.
We do have to move on because I'm dying here.
Okay,
how many comments are left?
That's it. We're caught up.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the more I don't take care of my nose, the worse it gets. I can't breathe. So let's continue, guys, with the last
Last gaming news.
news. Let me remove chat talk. So this is pretty freaking exciting, to say the least, especially for people that will want to go back and have a console that actually is good for something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have games from the beginning to now, that will be pretty valuable for many
Amazing, yeah.
people, especially when it comes to game preservation. If you can play old games on your brand new console, you're not only future proof, but past proof, so to speak. Of course, not future proof forever, but you know what I mean. You're gonna have everything in one spot.
I
People
mean,
wanted that for
The
years.
companies don't want us to use emulators, then give us that.
If that
Give-
is true, though,
Exactly.
I mean, take this with a grain of salt. This is the only
If
site
that is true, yeah.
that covers this for now. This is mixveil.com. So, Toonami, take it away.
On the Brazilian site, PlayStation 6 will be able to run games from PS1 to PS5 with new patent from Mark Cerny. Sony Interactive Entertainment has registered an innovative patent that promises to transform the gaming experience on the future PlayStation 6. Technology developed by Mark Cerny, chief architect behind the acclaimed PS4 and PS5, will allow the console to natively run titles from all previous generations, from the classic PlayStation 1 to the current PlayStation 5. This solution stands out for eliminating the dependence on software emulation or cloud services, aiming for fluid execution and faithful to the original performance of the games. The patent, which details automatic hardware adjustments, was announced in July 2025, marking a significant step towards preserving the brand's legacy. The Sony initiative seeks to meet a long-standing demand from players for robust backwards compatibility, positioning the company competitively in the console market. The innovation could also redefine access to classics such as PS1 and PS2 games directly on PS6. The patent, titled quote unquote, running a legacy application on a non legacy device with application specific differentiamente of the solutions based on the software emulation, which are common on the PS4 and PS5, the PS6 would use dedicated hardware resources. What the shit? This means that the console would identify the inserted game and dynamically configure its CPU and GPU to replicate the behavior of the original consoles. TAL approach aims to ensure visual and performance fidelity, reproducing the experience as it was designed.
Wow.
The technology also seeks to solve synchronization problems, which often cause crashes or performance drops in emulations. The Sony appears to have assimilated the limitations of the PS5, which only supports PS4 games natively and depends on the PlayStation Now to access older titles via streaming. Technical aspects of compatibility. Mark Cerny, a central figure in the architecture of PlayStation consoles, is primarily responsible for this patent development. SUA participation reinforces the seriousness and credibility of the project, suggesting a robust investment by Sony in innovation and user experience. The new approach eliminates the need for cloud services, which are not always available in all markets, ensuring broader access to the classics. PlayStation compatibility review. Sony has already explored backwards compatibility in previous generations with varied experiences. The PlayStation 2, launched in 2000, was able to place PlayStation 1 games without notable difficulties. NOS, initial PS3 models, released in 2006, the company included PS2 specific hardware for compatibility with titles from the previous two generations. However, in a move to reduce production costs, Sony chose to remove this feature in later versions of the PS3, which generated frustration among a considerable portion of fans. PS4, in turn, completely abandoned native backward compatibility, focusing on paid remasters or success via PlayStation Now. Advantages for gaming enthusiasts. The prospect of running classic titles directly on PS6 represents a significant milestone for PlayStation enthusiasts who care for their PS1 and PlayStation 2 discs. Will be able to use them without the need for emulators or old consoles, which often fail due to wear and tear. Iconic games such as Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, and Grand. Additionally, native backwards compatibility limits the obligation to purchase remastered versions, which can cost between $200 to $300 in Brazil. Is a considerable disadvantage in a market where launches already reach significant values. Market and competition. Microsoft has positioned itself as a leader in backwards compatibility since the launch of the Xbox One in 2013. The Xbox Series, Sony, in contrast, has faced criticism for its more narrow approach, focused on paid remasters and streaming services. Sony's new patent signals a response to this competitive pressure by investing in native hardware, backwards compatibility. The company can win back players who value preserving the legacy of video games. However, the practical materialization of this technology still awaits confirmation, as not all patents materialize into final products. Console engineering challenges. Implementing native backwards compatibility for 5 generations of consoles represents a complex technical undertaking. Each PlayStation has different architecture, and the PS3's cell processor in particular is known for its difficulty in emulating. The patent indicates that the PS6 will utilize a stress test mode to overcome these barriers by adjusting hardware performance in real time. Players are also hoping that backwards compatibility will cover trophy support in older games, a feature already mentioned in previous Sony patents. Community expectations. The disclosure of the patent generated notable enthusiasm among PlayStation fans on digital platforms. Many users have expressed their desire to play classics like Resident Evil 2 and Silent Hill directly on PlayStation 6 without the need for additional subscription services. However, some players maintain a certain skepticism, remembering that other Sony patents, such as the one from 2020 that suggested backwards compatibility via the cloud, were not implemented.
Okay.
Market interprets,
Okay. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
I think that's enough. That's a very long article anyway.
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, indeed.
So the point is that if this works, this would be a very awesome step towards consumer happiness.
Absolutely.
Because finally they're doing something that will not require a subscription. Again, if this is true, they're doing something that is working towards game preservation, basically gaming history preservation. So this is just extremely important. Again, if true, they're going out of their way to be consumer friendly this time. And I hope that this is really true.
Yeah, because that's something people have been wanting really the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Ever since PlayStation 2 that, as the article said, who was compatible with PlayStation 1. And we were thinking, well, then any other modern console should be compatible with the other things, right?
This will give so much value to this console.
Exactly.
It's going to be one of the most valuable consoles ever.
Yeah, and wouldn't that make the company happy? Because then if you don't have the older games, now you want to buy them. Because there are still older games that people still want to play. They remember them. They say, "Oh, I wish I could go back to that game." You don't want, as I said to you, for people to use emulators. That's the way. Give them what they want. Otherwise we have no choice. How am I supposed to play the Great Siphon Filter? That's a game that you actually will like if you play it. Tsunami knows about it, right? Siphon Filter, Tsunami.
Oh yeah.
Amazing games for PlayStation. I had such a blast with those games. Really, I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ, what is that game?" So such a good gameplay, such a great story. And how am I supposed to play that now? Emulation is the only way. You don't want me to do that. Okay, I also don't want. I just want to put it in. I don't want to install, looking for BIOS and whatever you have to do there for that, and downloading files. No, I just want to put it on the console and play. How are we supposed to show to kids, the older games? If especially like those bastards on Nintendo that will want you to pay $80 for a re-release of the very first Super Mario, which is not going to be even made any smoother. It's going to be exactly the same game, but now you have to pay $80 or something like that. Craziness. Just make them backwards compatibility and wait for the money to come. People will buy it. And it's not going to be a console that, as the Emperor said, just going to stay and collect dust.
Yeah, that is what mine is doing.
For so much things now, yeah.
Mine is collecting dust and only Logan's son is using it.
Oh yeah,
when he's here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody.
He's actually playing the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we have to move on. I mean, basically, to the chat. Let us know what you think in the comments, of course. Oh no, Tsunami. Sorry, Tsunami. Tell me what you think. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. The only thing I think is this: like retro gaming is very niche, and it's because of this exact like uh, they make it very hard to access retro gaming, and then people see it and they're like, whatever, this is way too much trouble for me to give a shit about. So very few people are spending the extra money to try and find older consoles and older titles.
Yeah.
Like, make it more accessible. If you're gonna fucking charge, like I have PlayStation Plus, for instance, make these titles available for everyone, but also like to drum up the interest, and then also make it like compatible that way. People are going to go back and make it affordable too. Like, let people spend a couple of dollars and get to experience what likely is going to be their parents or even their grandparents were playing way back in the day, and they can get that touch of nostalgia. Play a game for a couple of fucking hours. It doesn't cost the fucking world, and make it happen. Frankly, this is why PC is fucking winning. Emulation is going to win because
Yeah.
no one wants to fucking pay these prices for to try and get into retro gaming. Maybe a small minority of people do, but you could really increase that if they made it more accessible, in my opinion.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, finally, guys, let's let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget that leave a comment. I'm gonna cut this later in the review. Let's see the chat, and hi to Roadkill on the gaming channel and Furious down on the gaming channel. So let's see, let's hear your thoughts, guys.
All right, talking about Akira live action. I'll skip that for now. We'll catch up if we can. Truth says, if that's what PS6 is aiming to be, then I'm all for it. Nate's Meme says, Wicked City and Black Magic M66 are two other animes that are classics that I recommend checking out. They could make great live action flicks if done right. I believe they already did a Wicked City live action, and you should not watch it.
They did, yeah. Don't watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can do something like a top 5 worst movie anime adaptations or something like that. Jesus
It
Christ.
sucks. They just didn't have the technology. I mean, the will was there, but it just didn't happen. And
yeah.
like Wicked City is like over the top. I honestly haven't been. I'm sorry. Honestly, I haven't been playing mine. With my ex-girlfriend bought me one for Christmas last year. I suppose I'll check it out. I'm sorry, I don't see what you were playing. What she got you? PS6 might cost $7.99. That's outrageous. Says Truth. Tack Hazel in the house. What's up?
Yeah.
Hope don't need to
More
rebuy
outrageous than our
CDs.
money.
I agree.
Even in our money, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's double again, double. Well, now we're gonna adapt the euro just in a few days with the start of the new year. So it's gonna be an euro. It's still gonna be more expensive than the dollar. So we're screwed.
Can't see
Again.
my paycheck in euro and start crying, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 times less. Yeah. Okay, continue.
Truth says it's why PC is king because everything that was released on it plays natively. True. Slipknot fan says to Nate's memes, been meaning to see Wicked City. Have you seen Devilman? I don't know what that is. I need to check it out. Truth asks Logan, do you have any gaming device?
Oh no, I just have a laptop with tons of emulator on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't have much time anyway. That's why I play games when I'm here for the streams.
Yeah.
You know.
Logan is the gamer empress, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's gaming at empress.
Yes, yeah. But whenever I have time, I play older stuff on the emulator, just because they're quick. Those older games. There is a save now. You know, you can have the save if it's a emulated game from an arcade machine. You just have the button for the coins. So I know that I'm going to beat the game anyway, and it's calm and relaxing. You know. And the laptop is good enough for games like Shinobi Art of Vengeance and things because they're standalone, like basically
Nice.
in the indie games which I can play.
We do have to go like almost like freaking now, so let's finish
Yeah.
the comments
Let's
and
finish
then we
it.
really have to go, guys. And Goldie is like completely sinking to my lap like Gota.
He's becoming one with your laptop.
Yeah, like his legs
He's
are
much
through.
potato.
He's absolutely so relaxed I can barely move here. Okay, continue.
All right, mic dropped in the house. I have 2 retro gaming / emulator machines. I built a mini ITX inside an old Nintendo case, and I have an Embemic GBA SP with practically everything from PNG to PS2. Nate's meme says, Slipknot fan, I agree about Akira. If they did a live action Akira, they should use Japanese actors. And real life anime like kill scenes like in the end of Yojimbo by Akira Kurosawa. Oh my god. I don't
They-
know who I trust anyone
Yeah.
to do Akira.
But
Japanese
yes, they
or not,
should
it
be
doesn't
Japanese
matter.
because everything happens in Japan and they're Japanese guys. You know, it
Yeah.
shouldn't be like when they did the Guyver movie and they were Americans. I said, but the story happens in Japan. You know, let's do it with Japanese guys. But anyway, yeah.
Only game I ever played was Monopoly, says Vic Martino.
Yeah, classic.
Monopoly's goated. Slipknot fan says to Nate, I never heard of Black Magic M66 before. It looks interesting. Lol to Vic Martino. And the final comment, I've seen Devilman before, but it's been a long time. I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I'll look it up. I haven't seen it either.
Devilman
And
is
we're done.
okay. That's a good one. Yeah.
Great, guys.
Mhm.
So,
Okay, and that's it.
so I don't know how I'm gonna feel this evening. Hopefully better. The point is to be able to talk. So we'll see how it is. Usually these colds get worse in the evening, but yesterday I pulled it off. So it's gonna be a bit of a torture for me, like it is now. But I want to be here, so we'll try. But so thank you very much, guys, for watching. We're late for 20 minutes today. We started later because I couldn't get up from the stupid cold. So hopefully we can be here at the evening for just gaming. See how it is.
Maybe. Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Tsunami, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, see you guys until this evening. Bye. Love you.
One last thing. Truth, I did drop the pictures of what you were asking about before in the Astronomicon. See you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
And again. Yeah.
And again. Mwah. Bye, guys.
The 40K Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires, but with her blade of pure